Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in miniature. So today I got a nice little treat for you guys, and by little I mean not that little, but I recently discovered some really nice Bugbear models from Bite the Bullet. And Bite the Bullet is a new Patreon, or relatively new, but I know they've done some sculpting for other companies and Patreons as well, and they've got a very nice cartoony style. I've always been a big fan of Bugbears, especially the Tre Manor ones that Reaper put out, both in bones and in metal over the years. And to me, these seem like they would fit really nicely. They do seem a bit inspired by them, but they're not wholesale ripoffs, which is always appreciated. And, you know, Tre is a really nice sculptor as is. So if you're going to look for inspiration, might as well go for some of the best ones on the market, right? So they had 4 different models. And the first one I printed off was this Shaman Wizard Bugbear. And yeah, I know it's a bit shiny, but you know I'll go prime it up so you guys can get a better look at the details, but it came out pretty nice and really nice sense of detail. And then I went ahead and tried printing up, I don't even know what this guy was called, but he's obviously some sort of a rogue type. This one was a bit rougher. You can see there's some spots that are going to need cleaning up, and like I said, we'll show you the final model in just a little bit there. Some issues on the cape and the blades need some sanding down. The third one I tried was this really nice hunter, and I think this is the one that actually got my attention on Reddit. But unfortunately, his bow completely failed, and I was using the pre-supported ones, and it happens sometimes, you know. I don't know if it's my printer or what, but I am trying to figure out what I can do to match that up. So I'm thinking I might eventually cut it off like at the tips and see if I have some extra Beastman or Minotaur horns in plastic and just glue those on. So I might just prime it up for now and leave it as is, but we'll see. Again, really nice looking details. I dig the kind of over-exaggerated tusks and the eyebrows. There's all kinds of pelts and claws and horns all over them. But the cream of the crop was their Bugbear Chieftain. And again, I know it's a bit shiny at the moment. I'm going to show them all off in just a sec here with some primer on it so you can see better. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was a print failure or me just snapping it off when I was removing everything. He is supposed to have a third little dreadlocked beard goatee thing hanging off there, but he's got like a claw nailed to his gauntlet claw. There's all these horns all over him, skulls all over him, just lots of interesting, fun details. Wolf pelts, a little bit of a failure on the claw there, skulls, straps. So there's just a whole lot. And if you're into painting, you know, with a lot of variety in terms of what's on the model and the composition of it, I think these could be a lot of fun. Plus, they're pretty good sized. Let's grab a human model here. I got a Frostgrave guy in my hand, sorry. But you can see they're pretty big. I will grab some of the Reaper Bugbears just to show you guys as well how they stack up, but let me get some primer on these so we can actually see the details on these, and we'll be back with those just a sec. Alright, well, I bit the bullet, pun intended, and went ahead and got our Bugbears all primed up, and after doing so, I am even more impressed at the amount of detail that these dudes have got going on. Now, unfortunately, I ran out of like 3 different primers in the process of trying to get these guys primed up, so forgive me if the colors are all off and crazy. But other than the fact that I did, as always, a horrible job of removing those supports, and that's 100% me. We'll have to try cleaning that up a bit before we start painting them. Maybe. I gotta say, they are an impressive bunch. Where is my... I had a Bugbear here specifically for this purpose, and now he has escaped. Wonderful. Alright, well, there he is with the other Bugbears. Okay. This is the Chieftain, but I think, honestly, most of them are going to have to be on 40mm bases. They're just too big. Obviously, you can shrink them down, but who wants to shrink things down? Things should get bigger. Now, if I can find... Aha, there he is. Here is the Rogue. And again, horrible removal job on my part. Really nice sculpting job on Bite the Bullet's part. Really nice pose, too. We've got the Shaman. A little bit better job on this one. But again, you can see where I was pulling those off in a hurry. And they're nowhere near as big as that chieftain. And then there is the hunter. Now, what I did was I thought, okay, the first time I tried printing it, I don't remember if I showed this in the first half. It's been a while since I filmed the first half, to be honest. I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll try reversing it and mirroring the model, and then that didn't work either. But luckily, the opposite half of his bow printed. And so then I had another one facing the other direction. I thought, okay, well, I need to fix this up somehow. So I think those are Gene Stealer claws. We'll paint them up as blades or bones or something. But I thought it worked pretty cool. And voila, now I have a completely competent hunter as well. So I gotta say, they are some really stylish, strikingly detailed models. And I think they really do fit in quite nicely with the Reaper style Bugbears. I personally am a big fan of those. So to me, that's a win-win situation. You may want to shrink them down, but that's entirely your prerogative. Frostgrave Human. Our good old witch hunter friend here. If I can get him better positioned and get the bones dude out of the way. And that hunter is just a little too top-heavy. Chieftain, sorry. So yeah, I think you can almost get away with using them as ogres, too. Maybe as a 15mm giant. That might work as well. So like I said, hopefully if you guys do print them out, cross your fingers that you're going to do a nicer job of removing those supports than I did, because I did an awful, awful job, and we don't want to have anybody else with awful looking models. But knowing me, I'm too stubborn and too determined to put these aside. I am going to just go ahead and paint them up as is, most likely. We will try and clean up some of those spots though. But overall, really cool release from Bite the Bullet, and definitely a Patreon that I am going to be keeping an eye on in the future. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.